Hello. Today we're going to be talking about the integrity gap. So, tons of people, you know them, I know them, buy lots of courses and read lots of books, and then they don't actually implement any of the things that they learned in these courses or books into their life. And that's what creates the gap. So, if you really want to take control of your life and become the true person of who you know you could be, you have to have integrity and be honest with yourself. So the best way to do this is each time you pick up one of these books or you go to one of these courses, make sure that you take notes. But more important than notes, you write down the actionable steps that you can take either right now or tomorrow. And you just have to make a commitment to making these become daily practices. You know, you can definitely move mountains, but you got to do it one shovel at a time. And the gap is a lot bigger for some than for others, but you know, everybody struggles with this. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I am, but I'm saying that people create this gap by not taking action, not being their true self, not looking into the future and seeing who they want to be. And there they see who they want to be, but they're not taking the actionable steps right now today. They're not looking at a book as a guide to taking action. They're looking at it as a guide to, hey! They're looking at it as, you know, just something to look at, like a magazine. Not a step-by-step process that they could be implementing. Because if your teacher or whoever wrote the course or wrote the book is being successful, it's because they actually implemented it into action. They actually did the things that they talk about in their book. Well, hopefully they did. But it's just so important to really walk the talk, you know, and actually take control of your life by putting these small practices into your daily activities. And it can just be, you know, something as small as, you know, if it's for the gym and just putting on your shoes and going for a walk. Or if it's for business, you know, you make one new sales call that day. It's just things that you're not doing right now, because the only way you're going to get new things is if you get over your fear and if you close the integrity gap, so that you're being honest with yourself and you're taking what you've learned and putting it into action. Action is the way to be. You know, it's better to start a million different little projects than never start one and never know where the growth is or the opportunities are. And it's important to also be focused and know who you are, but if you're not implementing anything that you learn, your integrity gap is too big, and you have to take time to truly put your desires and what you want into action, and you have to see it come forth in what you want and what you do every day. So that's the first step in closing the integrity gap, right? And the integrity gap is mostly just talking about like being true to yourself. It's really hard nowadays because we don't really know who we are. We don't even know what real life is like because we spend all our time on our phone or watching TV or seeing other people live their lives when that's not what real life is. Like even this trail, right? This is not what nature looks like. That's man-made. It's just fake. You know, this behind me, that's what the nature looks like. That's what the real woods are like. It's not these man-made trails that we're supposed to walk on that we're all conformed to. So the next step though of the integrity gap is really setting yourself up for success and stop making decisions based on short-term mindsets. So you want to have an infinite mindset. You know, you really want to be thinking about what your legacy is going to be. You know, what actions could you have on this planet? You know, and so many people think they're so small and they can't really do anything with their lives. But the truth is there's tons of people that have done incredible things with their lives. There's people that we don't even know their stories, yet they did astounding things in the time they had on this planet. So instead of having a short-term mindset and making all your decisions from these short-term places, You need to have an infinite mindset. You need to set yourself up for success by saying, okay, this is who I am. And the max goal of what would make me truly happy with this life is this. And then you can start basing your decisions from there. You can start saying, okay, today I'm gonna go be healthy and I'm gonna read a book about this topic, because that is gonna get me one step closer to my infinite goal, to my Super Bowl victory, to making my life feel as robust and content as it possibly can. And so many people think they want just tons and tons of money, but there's so much more to life than just money. You have to think about, what impact you're gonna have. Are you gonna be helping people to make your money, or are you gonna be ripping people off to make your money because you have a short-term mindset where you just want a bunch of money and then you wanna die? Or do you just wanna travel and see the world, or do you wanna find true love and have a family? So having an infinite mindset is incredibly important. And that's where you can really set up and see your true integrity gap, because on one side of the gap that you can see over there is who you want to be, and who you're trying to be is on this side and who you are is on this side of the gap. And between you and your goals and where you want to be is lots of knowledge that you might have or that you need to find, but that you're not implementing. And it just goes so much deeper, but the integrity gap is real. And I recommend you write down, all the things that you should be doing, and you put them in this gap. And then every day you can start to close the gap, little by little, looking forward to where you really want to be. And one day you'll get there. It might not be tomorrow, but if you keep at it, compound interest, you're gonna find yourself in a much better place, in a place where you can be true to yourself and be truly happy. Like, that's what it's all about. All right, but that's the note for today. Close the infinite gap.